Oh, you're right on time. I've been expecting you. It's time for your history lesson part 2. So if you haven't seen the first one, go check it out now. But if you have, let's proceed. So you might ask, how is it that you were talking about the late 18th century and you didn't mention Lydia Thompson and the Burlesque Blondes? Well, I'm mentioning them now. Lydia Thompson and the Burlesque Blondes were a burlesque troupe from the UK. They went on tour to the USA and took the US by storm. After burlesque was exported, grew and grew in popularity. It seeped into vaudeville, into Broadway, and eventually it exploded. And in 1910s, 1920s, we saw the rise of places like the Ziegfeld Follies. Beautiful girls, beautiful costumes, huge headdresses, choreography, props. Their production budget was through the roof, and Minsky was something similar to that. But then, during the Great Depression and the Prohibition, we saw the rise of the music halls. Music halls were places where booze was cheap. You could watch burlesque shows and dancing girls from noon till late. And that's when burlesque took on the more sexier, seductive side of the art that we know today. That's where girls started performing, dancing, and disrobing too, to keep the clients happy. And then, further on, as the music halls progressed and as time passed, we saw stars like Betty Page and Tempest Storm, Dixie Evans, like Satan's Angel, and of course Gypsy Rose Lee. The legends that we love and know today, they performed in those music halls and thrilled the audience with their beautiful burlesque acts. In the 1940s, after the war, and with the rise of cinema, burlesque struggled, but it kept on going. It did become even sexier to keep the audiences coming back. But then in the 50s and 60s, with the appearance of TV, burlesque kind of dwindled and died. In the 60s and 70s, you could still find some burlesque, but in more lowbrow establishments, and it wasn't very popular then. But it did come back in the 80s and 90s with the revival, which we will tell you about next time. So I guess you'll just have to wait for that. I hope you were a good student and listened to your lessons and learned some new information about the history of burlesque. We'll talk to you about the revival of burlesque soon. But until then, don't forget to tune in every Monday and Thursday for more burlesque content with the Burlesque Academy of